Hello everyone, it's Cheryl from Better Reading. I'm in Melbourne. I'm on, is it Toorak Road, Corrie?
Malvern Road.
Malvern Road. I'm on Malvern Road. I'm in a bookshop called My Bookshop and I'm speaking with the owner, Corrie Perkin. She has really got, can I do just a quick scan of the shop? This is lovely. For those of you that don't live in Melbourne, this is a treat. And for those of you that do live in Melbourne, you've got to come to My Bookshop. Look at that. Okay, now back to Corrie. This is Corrie's shop. She's had it for 7 years.
Correct.
She used to be a journalist, and I don't know what what happened to her, but she decided to own a bookshop. Congratulations, it is a beautiful shop, Corrie.
How could you not love working in a bookshop, Cheryl?
How could you not?
Thank you for visiting, and we're really delighted to welcome everybody. Hello, and this is My Bookshop.
It is your bookshop. Corrie's going to talk to us about her favourite books this summer. She's got actually a nice stack there that I'm just going to show you. Okay, Corrie, tell us what you've got.
Okay, well, Cheryl, I thought probably we should start with, I think this is, the national book of the summer. Hannah Kent, of course, an Australian writer, young, brilliant, huge imagination, and a superb writer.
She wrote Burial Rites.
She did Burial Rites, which of course won and was shortlisted for many important awards. This is her second book, and there's always the fear with a debutante author, are they a one-trick pony? Is there another great story within? And certainly in the case of Hannah Kent, there is. She is a masterful storyteller. Her imagination is huge, but because also she's an academic, she applies great scholarly rigour to her ideas. And so, of course, this one being set in Ireland in 1825, Hannah took herself off to Ireland, to the area where she has set this book, and lived there, and has her research is profound. So this book has great credibility, and it's the story of essentially pagan values and pagan beliefs versus the power of the Catholic Church. And we have a village that is steeped in tradition of fairies, and known as the good people, and also the Catholic Church, the priest, who is really trying to convince the people of the village, come with me, don't believe the old ways.
Well, thank you, Corrie, because I think that book was on many people's either to read list or have read list and have loved it. So what else have you got on your list?
Each year we somewhat cheekily describe My Bookshop's Book of the Year. Well,
Okay.
This is the one. So the last painting of Sarah DeVos came out earlier this year. We were lucky enough to have Dominic Smith come and do an event at our shop, so we all fell in love with him because he's just so urbane and so lovely. He's an Australian but has lived in Texas for many years. This is his fourth book, I think, and it is by far his best. This is a great work of art. Speaking of works of art, it is about art. It's about, it has 3 time frames. So the first part is set in Holland in the 17th century, when the Dutch masters were really starting to explore new genre and new ideas. Then we go to New York in the 1950s, where an art forgery occurs. And then we fast forward to the year 2000 in Sydney, where there's a big exhibition of Dutch masterpieces about to open. And at the heart of this is this beautiful character, Sarah DeVos, who was a painter at a time when women were not allowed to be painters. It's such a great book.
Okay,
we've had a wonderful reaction from that.
Well, that's recommendation number 2. Corrie's doing very well. So I'm Cheryl Arkle. I'm from Better Reading. We're actually in Melbourne on Malvern Road. We're at My Bookshop and we're chatting with Corrie Perkin, who is actually giving us some gift ideas really for Christmas for book lovers, and her favourite picks for this summer. What have you got now?
So this one is Tom Keneally, and he wrote Schindlers Ark, which of course became the Academy Award winning movie Schindler's List. He's an eminent Australian. He's officially a national living treasure.
He is.
And he is absolutely in his element with this book. It is fine writing, but great characters, wonderful story involving sexual abuse in the Catholic Church. The key character is a wonderful 60-something good priest who has been made aware of a couple of instances of sexual abuse involving the one priest. And so his big dilemma is, does he speak out about his colleague or does he not? it's a book of you know, it takes you to places that we don't necessarily feel comfortable with, but its heart is Frank Doherty, this wonderful priest who is really torn between what he should do and just remaining quiet, you know, within the Catholic Church.
And what a fabulous storyteller Tom Kennelly is.
He is such a great storyteller. This is my non-fiction pick. It's very small, so you can whiz through it, but it's a really beautiful hardcover edition. And it's called The Optician of Lampedusa. The author is Emma Jane Kirby, who is an award-winning
beautiful looking book,
BBC journalist from England. And what she's done is she's taken the enormous and tragic story of the migration from Africa of refugees to Europe, and she's told this story through the eyes of the Optician of Lampedusa, a small Italian island. And a couple of years ago there was a terrible accident when the refugee boats sank, and the optician, who was out with his family and friends having a lovely day in the sun on their boats, of course they were forced to respond and to save as many as they could, and there were hundreds of people who died. This story has moved me beyond what I could imagine, and has brought to life a very pertinent, current and very sad and tragic issue that we're facing. On a happier note, this is the most beautiful book in the bookshop.
This looks gorgeous, beautiful.
So, this is called The Art of Movement.
Ken
Brower is a very well-known and distinguished photographer of dance in particular, and Deborah Ori is also a dance writer, and the New York City Dance Project partially funded this. They've done a couple of other books in the past. But let me show you this, Cheryl.
Show me the internals.
Because it's not just for ballet mains and dance fans, it's one also for people who love photography.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
But you've got a little bio of each of the dancers. But it is really,
this
really
is very beautiful.
Inspiring.
Well, thank you, Corrie. We've just had a comment that comes in, that has come in from a Better Reading book lover saying, "Love My Bookshop" by Corrie Perkin.
Oh, thank you,
So
fan of ours. That's so lovely. And
you
Cheryl
go.
and I are going to do lots of lovely things together in
We are.
2017.
This is going to be the beginning of a good friendship, isn't it, Corrie?
I think so.
Thank you so much for taking us through your recommendations.
Pleasure. Come visit us anytime.
I'm going to do just one more pan around the shop because it is so lovely. So let me just show you this wonderful bookshop. That's the front.
Our lovely melon.
Oh,
behind
look!
the counter.
And here is some beautiful stuff. Look at that quote. Flowers. Okay, so this was My Bookshop, and it's on Malvern Road in Melbourne.